Hey everybody, alright, thank you for coming back to our experimental series. I've lost track of what number we're on. It'll be in the title. Because we're going to have some cut videos in there too, so I lost total count. Y'all will have to keep up with it. I don't know, I'm too dyslexic for this stuff. Alright, so we're going to go back to our Kimberly hopes it's the most awesome cold processed soap recipe in the whole wide world. And our first ingredient is coconut oil, 5.28 ounces. So I get my coconut oil from Soaper's Choice or Essential Depot. Works out a lot better if you have a scale. Remember, you have to use a digital scale. Tare the scale after you put your oil in. And I'm sure I'll have some critics on this series, but remember, I told you, I'm going to give you the good, the bad, and the ugly. The stuff that don't work, and the stuff that does. This is all experimental. How much did I say I needed? Oh, flip. Alright, 5.28. And this is done, oh, wouldn't you know, I've already put too much. Okay, now we're going to tare and do it again because we're making 2 times this recipe, and this recipe makes 1.5 pounds per recipe of oil. Okay. And you can just take the 2 figures and times them together and be done with it. Alright, so there's your coconut oil. And the next ingredient is castor oil, 1.1 ounce, 0.12. And I'm using Essential Depot's castor oil. Thank you so much if you use my affiliate link when you purchase materials for making soap from Essential Depot. You will find the link at the end, in the description of the video. Once you click on it, anything you buy, I get credit that you bought it through my affiliate link, and I really appreciate it. So I'm using a bottle that's already been opened. Okay, so tare out. And 1.12, and here we go. If your scale is not fancy enough for that, just do 1.1. But make sure you're using digital. Okay, so we're going to tare it out because we're doing 2 times the recipe. Okay, that's our castor oil. Our next ingredient is olive oil, 7.2 ounces. And I get my olive oil from Essential Depot also. Whoop, got a tare. And Kimberly's dyslexic, she's got to look again, 7.2. Okay, I'm going to tare because I'm doing this twice. And my left arm was begging for mercy, so I'm gonna go with the right. I'm going really slow at the end. And if you're worried you'll put too much, then do your oils in separate containers and then mix them together. That way you can put a little back if you mess up. But remember, never put a little back if you're going to use an oil for lotion making in the future. You contaminate the whole container for lotion making. All right, and our next oil is shea butter. Oh, and I get my shea butter from Essential Depot also. It is the most awesome. It comes straight from the Women's Cooperative in Africa, and I have watched the videos of that, and I have met the owner. It's really nifty, Tare, and I said on this shea butter that we were using 2.4. I'm never going to get this out of here. I'm going to have to open this container up more. All right, so now I'm going to Tare, and we're going to do it again. Oh wait, yeah. All right. Okay, so now we've got our oils all measured. And so now I'm going to put them in our big pot. Now something you can do if you feel more comfortable with it is you can put the lye with the hard oils only and add the liquid oils after. And I got this one, and I'm going to try to get it all the way down there into the bottom. Okay. Oh, by the way, we're going to use red wine fragrance from Essential Depot this time. Well, I've got my price on there. I purchase it and I resell it to customers here in the store. So that is our fun for today. We're crossing our fingers we don't get any form of seizing, and that happens when the lye reacts with the fragrance. All right, so we've got our oils ready. I'm going to move these over here and get our lye tray back, get some gloves on, find the trusty goggles to protect our eyes. We can get lye everywhere on us, and we can pour, get under the shower, rinse with cold water, and then pour vinegar all over ourselves. But we can't do anything about our eyes but go to the emergency room. So please, please, please wear your goggles. All right, so now we need to measure our water. And we need on the water 6.8 ounces, which is just a fraction from 6.1, so we're going to use 6.1. I'm going to have water all over me. There you go, I did it perfect. Now we're going to Tare and do it again, because we're making 2 times this recipe. All right, think I've said in this video, but I'm not sure. You can use your tap water from city or country wells if you're using it for your purposes only. But you could have reactions with the lye to a chemical in your water. So distilled water is pretty cheap. I'd use distilled water. All right, so we've got our water. Now we're gonna do our lye. For our lye, we need 2.15. To save time, 2 and 2 is 4, and 1 and 1 is 2, and 0.5, so that would be 4.3 if you added those two together. So this is 2 batches, which will be 4.3. Oh, I got it right this time. Oh, and I forgot to shake my lye, but I just shaked it doing another video, so I guess we're good. But always shake your lye just like this before you use it, because lye has contact with the air in the bottom, and the air in the bottle degrades the lye on the very top a little bit. So by shaking it, you blend that together. So shake it each time. And I only use lye from Essential Depot. It's food grade, and when I sell to my customers, I like to be able to say I use food grade lye. Somehow it makes it better. You know, it's not just lye, it's food grade lye. All right, right here. And so now let's get rid of our scale. And let's pour our lye into the water. Never pour water into lye. Always get a firm handle on your container. And I had a little lye that didn't want to come out. I need every bit of you now. You can't be lounging around in there. Give it a good going over. Firm grip. Long handle. Your hand is not down in the container trying to mix with a short whisk. It is good to keep it right away from your face, because there's fumes coming up. All right, so I'm putting that on my tray. I'm getting rid of my lye tray. I'm going to take my scale and I'm going to tare it before I mix these two together. And I'm going to put 1 ounce of fragrance to start in this container. And I'm going to get a small spatula in case I need it. And I have blended 2 teaspoons of, 1/4 teaspoons of Alkanet. That's 1/4 teaspoon for each 1.5 pound of soap. Into 1 tablespoon of glycerin again. And I have that handy. Now I'm going to get my stick blender ready. Blender on top of large chunks. Pre-soften your oil in the microwave on defrost. Don't melt them completely. Remember, we're using a hot lye method, and that requires that your oils cannot be hot. So don't put your liquid oils in there, but you can pre-soften on defrost your hard oils a little. This is one of those times I wish I had the second camera that I could set up right over the container. And so I have set up a patron account in hopes that you will join together as my patrons and help me purchase more electronic equipment that I need so that I can make you better videos. You can find the link in the description if you would like to join me and be my patron. Alright, so now we're going to add our fragrance. This is 1 ounce of the red wine. Now, in a 1.5 pound container, in my opinion, of this particular company, you could use 1 ounce or 3/4 of an ounce per 1.5 pounds. And I think we need it. So I'm going to put another 1/2 ounce in here, and I'm going to have to freaking hurry. But I like my soap strongly scented, and the lye's going to eat on this a little bit, and so it's not going to smell as good once it's cured as it does now. Okay, you've seen how long I've been beating on this stuff. Okay, I put 13 ounces in here, and I'm going to put the rest of it in here. Quickly, guys, this stuff can set up on you. You got to move quickly. Have all your items ready to roar. Oh, it smells so good. And I ended up with 2 pounds, 0.3 on our smaller one, which I don't need to have on the scale. To get out of the way, I'm going to add my colorant. I've lost my spatula. And as I said, this is 1/4 teaspoon of Elkanet per recipe. One recipe does 1.5 pounds. So now we're going to get our mold, and we're going to put our uncolored soap in here. Once you add a fragrance, it causes it to come to trace more, which is meaning thickening up. We're going to get into soaping cool in future videos. Alright, now I'm going to the blue in on top. I'm going to get what I call a TEA spoon, and I'm going to spread it out on the top. I'm going to tap it, and then I'm going to bring you forward so you can see what I'm doing. This is where we just love to have another camera. And you can swirl this more than once, but that's what I'm going to do to it, is that right there. And there we have it. And as I said, you could swirl it and do it again. And then you could even do a little spoon lolly on the top. You could do some dips. Isn't it fun? You can play with it. And see all the different things I'm doing? I'm just continuing to do stuff so that you can see the different things you could do. And we're going to leave it like that. And now we're going to cover that with cardboard, and then we're going to cover it up with blankets, and we're not going to touch it for 24 to 48 hours.